I'm Josh. I'm here with
Talaha.
Talaha?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So Talaha, what gives you purpose at the moment? What gives you a sense of when you wake up? What makes you feel kind of that life is worth living, I guess?
I think it's, the people who are around you. In the sense, you've got close people who've been with you for a long time of your life and had a quite a big impact in your life. I think I'm only 22 at this stage in my life, and slowly, as things being put in perspective in life, I'm slowly getting ahead, making progress. You start to reflect back and you think of people who put you in the place. For example, for me, it's my parents. So when I wake up in the morning, when you're, especially on a Monday morning when the weather's gloomy outside and you don't really want to get out of bed, but you have a sense of purpose that, today's a new day. And there's a lot of people that probably are proud of you. You should be proud of yourself as well, and have a good work ethic as well. Putting just getting up in the morning and getting on with your work, having pride in yourself, and looking forward to being the best of who you can be. I think slowly, when you have that mindset, one day you'll reach the excellence that you're hoping to reach one day. Yeah.
That's a really cool perspective, man. At such a young age to kind of understand that is the way to live your life. How have you gotten there? Like, what's taken you?
I think it's mostly because of my parents, I would say. When you're around people who maybe didn't have the same opportunities as you, and when you're around good people, to be honest, you really value life a bit more. You value the opportunities given to yourself, and you value things around you. For example, sitting here in a lovely park, some people might not have the same opportunity as you, So yeah, it's just that one of the things to being grateful for everything you have, the people around you, and it just puts things into perspective. I think it's good to live a life in a way that you have something to look forward to, or being grateful for. I think that's the best way to live life, especially in this day and age where there's so much negativity around. There's no point, I don't find any point, always, being negative or thinking of the bad stuff going on wrong. Just be the best of who you can be, and be nice to people around you. So, yeah.
It's such a great perspective. So what would you say to someone, maybe a young man your age, who's kind of got negative influences around him, he wants to kind of step outside of that, create a more positive life, but he's finding it hard? What would you say?
I'd say that you'll probably get this age once in your life. You're not going to get any younger, so it's best that you make the memories now, have good people around you now. So in the future, I'm sure that when you come out of stage in life, you'll look back on this time of your life and you'll be like, wow, I had a good time. I wish, because I know when you're in a negative space at one time, when you look in the future, when the things that you were so worried about at one time, you look back and say, oh mate, that was nothing, it was just a small worry. So I think, if you just keep all worries and just think that, will this matter in a couple of years time? Will this matter in a month's time? And you probably think, no, not really. So you should just let it go, whatever's worrying about. There's always a solution to it. And, just be grateful of what you have, and just look forward to what's tomorrow, and be the best of who you can be, and obviously be kind to people who are around you as well.
It's hard, man. You got anything to ask to?
No, I just think that's a really good perspective. That's what I think. I always think pain's temporary.
Yeah,
pain's temporary, but even if you pass away, it's temporary. So it's what's after that, and it's what you learn in the process of that pain.
Yeah.
You heal, you sort of can, you can put it back in the computer and then you can just recycle it and make it better. So I think it's just a great understanding for someone of your age, and I think man, your parents should be proud.
Yeah,
do you know what I mean? So it's really good, and if anybody's watching this, I mean, this guy's a great example of what a 22-year-old can achieve. So good on you, sir. Good on you.
Really appreciate that.
Lovely talking to you, my friend. Have an amazing day.
Well,
Thank you.
Yes. Have a good day. I'm going to give him one. Yes. Have a good day, man. Take care. See you. So I'm here in Leeds talking to. What's your name? Ashi. Nice to meet you, Ashi. I'm Dave. So we're just walking around Leeds and we're just asking people what makes them happy, what they love about life. What inspires you?
I think what inspires me is I feel like I'm put on the spot because that's a very deep question.
Yeah.
I think
it could be anything. It could be family or anything.
I think just I'm quite inspired by people. I just got my results 2 days ago that I finished my 4th year of medical school. So
well done, you. That's good. Yeah.
So I don't know. It just makes me hopeful because I feel like it was kind of, because I feel like when I've been the past few days, I've just been having this weird thing of am I doing the right thing? Am I good enough? All of these things. So I feel like me getting those results was like confirmation, and just also making me feel hopeful for all of the things that I can do in the next coming years. And I think, yeah, just that's inspiring. And
do you know, but I know what you mean, because like, you know, sometimes we have them internal battles, don't we? You know, and you think to yourself, am I good enough, am I worthy? Most of the time we are.
Yeah.
How do you get over them internal battles, them demons? And have you got anything you can share with the, you know, with our auditors, you know, when they're down on themselves, when they're feeling low, what can they say to inspire themselves, to get themselves up and, you know, do what you do and, you know, achieve greatness and become, you know, future doctors going to be taking care of us?
Yeah. I think mostly, like, the way I like to think of it always is just like, instead of a person, I'm more just light and warmth. And when I think of myself less as a person and more of just like, my purpose here is to just be light and love and just I don't know, move that way. And just like my friends and I have this thing where we always say like just move to where the warmth is. So whatever feels warm, just do that. And that also I feel like in a way it also translates to like whatever you do, like your job or like making food every day or just like even getting a coffee. Like there's something that just like feels like this feels warm.
I think that's a really good way to look at things, because I guess if you look at it, it kind of almost sets the onus off. You're shifting the perspective out. You like look at yourself as like warmth and stuff, and like you say, as energy. So yeah, it's just easier, isn't it?
Yeah, because I feel like when you scrutinize and you look at yourself like up close, you're like, there's just so much wrong with it.
Yeah.
And I feel like then you obsess over like small things, and then at the end of the day, like it was never that serious.
It's true, yeah. Oh, it's lovely speaking to you, you know. Have an amazing day, and put it there, yes. Anything to say, Josh?
Yeah, just that's such a fantastic perspective that you've got on life, and to step away from the overthinking and connect to the energy and the feeling instead.
Yeah.
That's such a deep thing to live by. Like, how did you get there? How did that come about?
I don't know, to be honest. I feel like the people around me always like say these things and I just like pick up on them. I'm like, wow, you guys are so smart. I'm stealing that.
It's true what they're saying, that you are some of the people you spend time with.
Definitely.
So yeah.
And we just spoke to a young lad, 22, all suited up, and he was all about people around you, your family, so both doing well, future doctors.
Amazing speaking to you.
I appreciate it.
I like your outlook and your energy. It's good, you know what I mean? Yeah.
Feels warm and light, doesn't it?
This is it. Yeah, you're in the field and you're the sort of people who need you. Have the bedside, with this sort of energy, you have the bedside man as well. So
yeah, to be a doctor,
So I hope I'm not in hospital, but if I am, I'd like you to take care of it.
Oh, beautiful.
The compliment of the highest order.
Yeah, give it a high five. Yes, have an amazing day. Lovely speaking to you. Take care. Bye. Hi there, I'm with
Tim.
Nice to meet you, Tim.
Nice to meet you.
Tell me, Tim, what makes people happy? What do you do to make you happy?
What do I do to make me happy? I think having peace of mind, feeling, like you belong somewhere, having people around you who you can have a laugh with.
What would you say to somebody who feels like they don't belong?
If they feel they don't belong where they are, I'd ask them if they can imagine what sort of place they would belong and whether they know where to go and look for that.
Yeah, that's definitely a good answer. Yeah, because if you're right, if you sort of feel like you don't belong there, you need to put yourself around people who make you feel belonging.
Yeah.
Who make you feel like, just make you feel good.
If you feel like you're in a group of people who you don't really share anything with, or you don't enjoy your time with them, then you've got to ask yourself the question, why are you there? Time with them?
This is true. It's not like family, is it, where you're almost obligated to a certain degree. If it's friends, a lot of times you can probably be closer with friends because you have the option to choose.
Yeah.
So you're right, yeah.
You can, to some extent, kind of make your own family in that respect.
This is true, yeah. And because you meant it yourself, it's probably, I've got a family, so I don't want to offend anybody.
Don't family.
So I don't want to say it's better, but I guess in some respects it's more organic, it can be deeper.
Yeah.
So yeah. What do you do with your friends? So do you know when you have a lads' night, you want to bond? Say if you haven't caught anybody in a long time.
Well, I don't tend to do lads' nights. That's not really my thing. I'd spend a lot of time outdoors.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
Climbing, hiking, stuff like that. Find that when you go and you go on an adventure with somebody, maybe even something that might be
trials, you get bonded, don't you?
A bit risky, a bit difficult, and you share that with each other, and that's a bonding exercise.
Yes, that's definitely really great, especially like with all the COVID and stuff like that. So I think we should really embrace the outdoors. If you didn't do it before, you definitely need to do it now.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? So yeah, that's a great thing. I'm all about getting outdoors and yeah, you know what I mean? We're stuck behind our phones, we're on the computers, you know, these, I mean, I guess to a certain degree you do need it there, but when you can, it's good to escape it.
Yeah, I like spending time with people face to face. It's always different, you know. Fine having text and social media and things to an extent, but it's no substitute for actually being with people face to face in the real world.
Do you know what? You can't beat them real interactions, can you? You know what I mean? Like you say, it's just the tonality. You can tell a joke and the pitch change and the laughter.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? You can only get so much information through a phone, so you're right.
Yeah.
I almost feel like, you know, the more. I'm not going to say the less information we have, the more detached, but I guess we are to a certain degree. You know what I mean? You can sort of say something in a text, you can say more over the phone in a verbal conversation. In a video, there's just more information we've got. And these sort of conversations we have face to face, they're just, it's how it used to be. In the older is the better.
Yeah, it's how we evolved, I suppose, or how we developed to understand people. It's only been, I mean, I still remember, showing my age, but I still remember when social media first started. I remember getting Facebook.
You're like me, I don't like telling me age either.
I remember getting Facebook the first year that it existed, and sort of initially feeling it was great, it was this new, exciting thing. But then very quickly, it became clear that it's just, it wasn't the same. There were a lot
do you feel the same as me? I said this to somebody. I said it's really crazy. I says we're in the communicating age, but people are talking like they're communicating more. But because of the interaction, it's like they're communicating less. It's almost like it's almost like a false narrative. It's like people are like add me as a friend, but then they're not really a friend.
Of course, yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
It kind of seems to be universally true that how much something is worth, or how much you think it's worth, is related to how available it is. So if you can talk to somebody at any time, you can text them anytime you want, it doesn't feel like it's worth anything.
It's
right?
true, it's true.
Whereas if you have to actually go and meet somebody, or even if you're being really old school, if you have to write a letter,
it's worth so much more.
It feels, if you took something that you wrote in an email, and you wrote exactly the same thing, but you hand wrote it on a letter, I think almost everybody would find a letter much more meaningful, even though it's exactly the same information.
Because it's just the time spent. You know what? It's funny. I have a metaphor for that. I always turn around and say, gold's worth more than silver, diamonds worth more than gold. It's just the rare. The more rare something it is, you know what I mean?
Absolutely.
It's true. Precious metals are precious because they're rare. And it's true. You know what I mean? If something's readily available, then we have an abundance of it. And because we have an abundance of it, then it cannot be. It's just,
and you just respect it.
You do.
You don't necessarily mean to, but
it's just how we've evolved, isn't it? You know what I mean? If I can get something, if I can get something that's readily available, then I just think, well, it's there when I want it. It's easy to get, so I'm not going to really think about it properly. I'm not going to respect it. I'm going to look at it and think, well, you almost take it for granted.
Yeah, absolutely.
So lovely to speak to you, my friend.
Nice to speak to you.
I love your perspective on life, mate.
Oh, thanks very much.
Have an amazing day. It's nice to speak to an old dude. The members on Facebook just come out. Have an amazing day. Take care. See you, buddy. Bye.
I'm Josh, I'm here with
Letitia.
Good to meet you, Letitia. Alright, cool. So, Letitia, one thing I've been wondering myself, and we haven't asked this yet of anyone, it's like, what do you think makes a successful relationship? It can be as a partnership romantically, it can be a family relationship, friendship. What do you think kind of breeds a good?
I suppose give and take, and knowing like not everything, you're not always going to agree on everything, and it's okay to have an opinion, and it might not always align, but you can move on from it by just like talking it through.
Yeah, it's really important that we understand our differences, and we don't put a lot of pressure on people to be a certain way to fulfill our needs. But it's hard to do that sometimes, isn't it?
Yeah, I agree. I feel like there's like an expectation, like you must align with what I think, or we can't get on, or we can't connect, and it's a bit. Sometimes it can get heated if you can't communicate properly, and others don't have that emotional intelligence to be able to kind of understand that it's okay to not agree.
I think the key word used there, emotional intelligence. I read about that once in a book about business leaders and what makes a good leader, and that was a characteristic, the ability to empathize. Do you feel like social media is enhancing emotional intelligence, or do you feel like people are less in tune with their emotions?
think people are less in tune with their emotions because what they see everyone's kind of conditioned to kind of give that stereotype of you should feel like this or we need that validation online to feel a certain way or if you speak you don't get enough likes or you know if I don't get these comments that I'm searching for by posting this picture then I don't know I don't feel people use the answer.
Yeah, it's good insight. And it's like people are presenting something on social media, aren't they? They're presenting what they want the world to see, but it's not what's real. What's real is like the pain and the hardship that comes with life. I think your insight's really good. You got anything you'd like to ask too?
No, I think it's great how you look at it. I mean, you're right. I think people just on social media they see people at the finishing line. They just didn't see the grind. Do you know what I mean? So you know, it's no, it's just what is it? I mean, you train, like you say, you go to the gym, so you know what it's like to grind. And you know, speaking, I mean, I go to the gym, not just the gym's cafe, but I go to the gym where there's weights as well. Do you know what I mean? And yeah, and it's just what is it? Yeah, like you say, you go to the gym, you train hard, and when you've done what you've done after a few months, you see them results. And everything is hard work. You know what I mean? And like you say, you compromise a little bit of time to go to the gym. You don't always want to go, but it's always like a little bit of a trade-off. And relationships are like that. You meet somebody, and things are never going to be how you like. It's just always a bit of a trade-off, always that give and take. And I think if we can take that perspective into a lot of things we do, I think we'll just get along better and things will be easier. Because we'll know that things won't be our way every time. And we'll have to just make do with what we've got and make the best of that situation. You know what I mean? I think it's a great way to live, man. And respect you for that. And the shades are cool too. yeah.
Thank you.
So what are you going to go do at gym now? What?
So I go to Tribe, which is that gym on.
Nice.
And it's quite intense, but it's this thing. They've got a challenge this week called Steel Week.
Oh, nice.
7 workouts in 7 days, all targeted different body parts. So
whoa.
3, so
Are you on it as well?
Yeah.
Yes.
We're on day 3, so I'm just about to head down there and
Perfect.
You're gonna head down there. You're gonna kill it. Yes.
Before you go, what would you say to someone about the benefits of exercise and working out? What does that bring to your life?
make it a lifestyle choice that you do it because you want positive change in your life, not as a chore or something that you've got to do. Do the things that make you happy. If the end goal is you want to change how your body is or whatever your goals are for health reasons, do what makes you happy. Exercise comes in so many different forms. Do the thing that works for you. You don't have to be grinding it out in the gym and doing hours of this and hours of that. There's so many different things. So if you don't like something, don't just stop and think, oh, exercise is you find something that you like.
Spot on.
Yes.
Insightful knowledge, people.
Oh, telling you, she's dropping some gems. She's dropping some gems.
I really appreciate you taking the time to talk to us. Thank you so much.
Nice speaking to you, yeah, and have a good workout. Yeah, man. Take care. See you. Bye-bye. All right, bye. Bye-bye.